Hey everyone, Meg Loves Games here, and this is speed build number 15. Yeah, I can't believe I've still not got to 15 speed builds, and I've been on my channel for 6 months. So, yeah, in my defense, I have been away from it for a while, but now I'm back and I'm doing them weekly, so that's good. This one I actually did around a week ago. Was it a week ago? I can't even remember. It was quite a while ago. It wasn't quite as far back as when I did the other two. But yeah, today is actually the day before this goes up, so I'm recording this at a normal time, so I can be kind of relevant in a way. Anyway, this build is called number 1 Old Brick Lane, and it is a kind of modern house in a way, but it's kind of not modern in a way because it looks kind of 70s in the colour scheme and stuff, and the old bricks of the old brick lane. It looks kind of 70s, but it's got all these modern elements in it as well, and I quite like it. And it wasn't really intended to be a 70s build. That was my chair, sorry. It wasn't really intended to be a 70s build, but it just kind of happened to be so. I just liked the way I just liked the colours. And then I thought, looks kind of 70s. And then I kind of started to channel it. Maybe, perhaps. I don't think I really did. I don't think it makes that much of a difference that I thought it looked kind of 70s. Anyway, this house is split level, as you can see. The split leveling could have worked better had I realised things like the patio a little bit beforehand, but I didn't. It's a good space for the split level. I think everything apart from the entrance to the patio in this split level looks quite good. You see, the thing is, for me, I like houses to look good from the outside more than I like them to look good from the inside. I mean, in real life I'd like it to look good from the inside, but on here I think the actual structure is my main object of affection, let's just say. So yeah, I put a lot of attention into the way the outside looks, and perhaps not as much as I should on the inside, which is why floor plans are always a bit funny, and I often make really tiny houses that don't fit much in at all, and I need to get better at that. And I will. I promise you all. I will. I definitely will. So yeah, what am I actually doing right now on here? We are fitting in some stuff. Really doing pretty much everything at the moment. You see, the thing when I'm building is, I start with the rooms, the actual floor, like the structure, and then I just go and do really random bits as and when I feel like it. At the moment, I think I am working out fences for the front, and it takes me a while to find a good one, because there isn't many good ones, let's be honest. And I turned off the music, because I wanted to listen to my own music. So yeah, I can't remember what I was actually listening to. Anyways. So, at first I was kind of going black and white with this thing, hence like the white and the black. And the windows do stay black throughout the entire thing, so, and I think the fences do as well. So it's nice to have those kind of there, but it did definitely start all black to begin with, which was, as you can tell by that, looked a bit daunting. So I kind of changed it to like a brown wood, and it does get lighter. And this is where I start playing around with the roof. It's not my favourite roof ever. It's pretty cool though. I do like split level roofs. They're kind of fun to work out, and I think they're a lot more, I don't know, they just seem a little bit more rewarding than just using regular roofs, because you have to go through all the extra effort. So when they do turn out good on a house, it's like a good feeling, because you're actually putting all this effort to make them look good. So yeah, I took out some of the actual walls from the split level roof and left that the way it is, and I like the shape of it. There are parts of it that are a bit meh, so perhaps if I were to go back and change it, I would do that. Here's where you start to see the brick. I do love this brick. I think it's a great brick. I know it's dark, but I think when we add the other colour in, it looks pretty great. So yeah, now you can start to see where the 70s thing came in. I just think the cream and the really dark brown brick looked kind of 70s, and for some reason the contrast on this is a bit weird, so I might up it when I'm editing. Who knows? Maybe it's just for the now. So yeah, now I'm adding in some windows. Like I said, it's quite modern, so it's got quite a few windows, but don't worry, I'm fairly sure I remember blinds in this one. Yeah, I think I remember blinds in this one. Please, dear God, say I remember blinds in this one. I'm just so bad with the functionality. I forget a phone in almost every one. I think I forgot to do lighting in some. I just like them to look good, and the lights and the phones are just trivial little things. Now now it's the 70s. I think that beforehand, when there was just the walls and the white floor, it didn't look quite as 70s. I think now you definitely see that colour scheme kind of beaming through. Yeah, now you see this horrible entrance into the thing, because I have that bathroom there on the other side, and that was where I was going to originally put it, but it's a bit of a waste of space to just have a one-bedroom place that's this big. So I kind of put it in here, and it looks stupid. And I will always say that, because it is. And I'm sorry. So yeah. This tile doesn't stay like this, don't worry. I don't like it very much. It's not very centered. It would have been cool to do something with it, but you couldn't do it in that sort of space anyway, so. Yep. And I decided to do a little book nook. I love these things. Nice little reading spot. Not weeding spot, what the hell? A nice little reading spot. If you can hear all that racket behind me, it is my sisters. They are being a pain in the arse today. It's been a snow day, so we've been home since about 2 o'clock. Well, they were home at 1, because their buses go first and then they come to us, because that's a bit silly. But anyway, I just feel sorry for the people that had to stay for exams. It was almost an exam that I had to sit as well. It was one I did in June, but I wanted to resit it, and I was gonna do it in January, but I saved it until June, and thank God, because I wouldn't be recording right now if it was not for that. And I'm not working today either, which is great, because normally I work on a Friday, and it means that it definitely cuts down into my filming time. I mean, the only days I really get to film these days are Monday and Saturday, because Tuesday I'm at rehearsals, Wednesday I'm at rehearsals, Thursday I work, Friday I work, Saturday morning I work, but I'm fine with doing it in the afternoon, and Sunday I work pretty much all day. So, yeah, but now we've cut down our hours because of the snow. They haven't made enough money to kind of keep all of our staff that were in at Christmas working as much as we are. So we're going back down to our contracted hours, which sucks a little bit, because it means that paying for packs might be a little bit more of a pain. I should be alright for flight tickets though. That was the main important bit. The rest of it I can get with I know I can deal with the cost of the rest of it as long as I get these flight tickets down, and I think I should be alright for that with next month's payslip, so that's good. Anyway, this kitchen, I decided to take it up because I wanted the overhead counters, because I thought the wall would just look so blank otherwise, so I am thinking about the interior a little bit. So I decided to bring that up a level. So lots of stairs. Probably didn't need as many stairs as it had, but I do like the way it's above the rest of the living space. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, starting to add some walls in. I do use rock for the feature walls in this inside. I don't know why. I think brick may have been a better decision, just to keep the theme of it all going, but perhaps in number 2 Old Brick Lane, if I decide to do that ever, we will stick a few more brick accents in. And you will see a brick accent in the master bedroom as well, which I really do like the furnishing of the master bedroom, actually. I think that's one of the good ones. I think that's the first time I've ever actually been happy with a bedroom design I've done. I really do suck at bedrooms. I just put bread. I cannot speak today. First book, then bread. I meant bed, then dresser. Maybe that's where I got the bread from. Bread and dresser. Bed and dresser. I cannot speak. God help me. Anyway, yeah, this is a little bit crowded, so sorry about that. I think it's a decent living space, though. It just sucks the way it's sectioned. I mean, that living space there would be fine for... I think it's just in an awkward position around the rest of the house, if you know what I mean. But yeah, and this... I channeled the 70s a bit more with the wood paneling on the walls here. I think it's quite nice. It looks kind of log cabiny, and I love the bedding that I find for these. And it probably should be a jumper or something like that, but I adore it so much. And it's if you look closely, it's like reindeers and Fair Isle stuff. So I thought it was adorable, and it really fitted with the colours of the room. So I was like, yes, I get to use this pattern finally, because I found it in Peking Plaza 1, I think, possibly. Don't quote me on that. So yeah. Oh, these rugs, they're so appalling when you get them. They're just like, no. But yes, just adding some walls and stuff into the garage now, as you do. I think it's bathroom time next. Yep, bathroom time next. I've just realised how little I've done with the hallway. I guess it's quite a small space. Just could have done with some plants and stuff, perhaps. Perhaps I'll go back in and add them at one point. And now all I've got really left to do is the outside and the master bedroom. And the master bedroom looks great. And I'm so happy with the way it turned out. See that little accent there? Yeah. As I was saying. And I like the way the picture frames actually look on that. So yeah, I really do enjoy the decoration and the styling of this bedroom. I think it's cozy, but it's not too small. And it's nice and light, but also not too light. And I just like it. I think it looks really good. So yeah, now it's landscaping and fixing constrained floor elevation once again time. So yes, I was meddling with the actual edge of the floor bit, because you know how that is, and I've noticed that they're 10 times lighter. No matter what pattern you put on them, they're like 10 times lighter than what they are on any other surface whatsoever. So I had to darken it up tons, so it's not quite matching because it's too dark and unsaturated. So yeah, and then I went around with the border, because I think it defines it, like the way the dirt is doing to the floor now. I think it kind of does that to the... I think it works well with flat roofs. I wouldn't do it with any other kind of roof, obviously. But it makes them a little bit more like they're meant to be there, if you know what I mean. I think that's kind of one thing that I've noticed when I've been building. Gives it a bit more contrast from the air, makes it look a bit more slick, more defined. Don't really have the right adjectives to describe it. Just roughen up the grass, as you do. I didn't want to add too many trees, because modern places don't really need as many trees as, like, say, the Asian builds that I've been doing recently do. I did find these nice trees, and I did go a bit overboard with them. I liked the greenness of the aspen trees and the birch trees. And then I added these maple ones in, and they were quite pretty as well. But I did take a lot of them out afterwards. And the driveway, pretty simple driveway. And now I'm working on flower beds, because flower beds are quite fun. I only really went with one colour in the actual flower beds, other than the obvious green, and then that was kind of like this orangey yellow, which you get from the sunflowers and the stuff like that, and it just surrounds those trees nicely, and I think it worked really well. I do like that flower bed design, actually, the way it just kind of raises itself. It starts off, like, the closer you are to it, well, it kind of like works on a slope, if you know what I mean. really hard to describe things sometimes. And here are the pictures. So yeah, I hope you liked this build. It really was quite fun for me to build because I haven't done modern in a while, and I've been kind of limiting the way I've been building a lot. I probably should do something suburban or kind of traditional, or perhaps a castle one day. If you have any suggestions, as always, do leave them in the comments. It's always great to hear what you think of the houses anyway, so just write stuff in the comments. I don't mind if it's negative or if it's positive. We prefer it to be about the house though, or at least about the quality of the video and not about the person that's... Nah, never mind. Just put whatever you want in the comments. So yeah, likes would be muchly appreciated. At the moment, people aren't getting my subscriptions either, so make sure if you subscribe, press the button saying notify me by email every time I get a new video, and then you'll definitely know when they are. So that might help you out. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week with another speed build.